Hello friends and welcome to today's video. Grab yourself a cup of coffee or a cup of tea and sit down and enjoy. I hope this video can bring you some peace, maybe a little bit of entertainment and some inspiration to go out and enjoy this autumn or whatever season you're in. Bake something yummy from fruits or veggies that you've picked. Cook or bake for yourself or for your family and spend a cozy day. Slowly autumn is upon us, and in this video I am in search for the most cozy vibes and the feelings, and enjoy this video. We have a real golden Polish autumn. It's warm, it's around 20 degrees Celsius, but I'm feeling autumnal and I want to bake an apple pie. We recently finished off the last of the pumpkin cake I made, which was from frozen pumpkin, but since new pumpkins are growing in our garden, it was time to empty the freezer. And I'm going to make an apple pie, and I also want to go and pick some hawthorn and have some autumnal activities today. You remember when I talked about how they are manipulating the weather, and usually each year there are a lot of wild apple trees. Here in this area there were also a lot of apple trees in Warsaw, in the area we lived in, but this year I only managed to pick these many apples, and they're all small. Some are getting bad, but I'm going to cut this off, and there are not many. I picked one apple from our tree and I'm going to make an apple pie, and I wanted to make an apple cake, a real Polish apple cake, but there are not enough apples for that. And we looked in the whole area and asked some people, and unfortunately there are no apples, wild apples this year. Only if you had in your garden and you watered it and enriched the soil and so on. So our trees are very small, but we do have a few apples, but on these big trees there were no apples. Unfortunately, the crazy weather has had an effect on the apple harvest this year. I'm making the crust, the apple pie dough, and it's already 11:30 a.m. I've been busy on the computer all morning, but it's time to do something nice. I've had a headache, I didn't sleep very well tonight, and when you feel like that it's important to do something nice and just change the atmosphere. I'm going to put this in the fridge for an hour and prepare the apples in the meantime. And you could ask yourself, why do I not buy apples if I want to make an apple pie or apple cake? Well, I have to tell you that I think it's from my childhood. My mom always picked fruits for cakes and for jams, all kinds of fruits, apples, blackcurrant, blueberries to eat, mushroom, anything she could find wild. And I have it from her, which of course doesn't mean that I'm not going to buy a jam that I cannot make, I don't know, like a fig jam or peach jam if I wanted to, or that I am not going to, make a chocolate cake. I'm not harvesting cacao. But if I have the possibility, like for jams, for marmalade, for cakes, I usually try to pick wild. I've got a special tool to pick out the seeds. And how are you feeling this autumn? There's a lot of turbulence in the world and a lot of natural catastrophes and other unpleasant things happening. But sometimes the best thing we can do is to focus on our own families and our own things and try to make a difference where we live. Try to be a better person to our families. And I've got this amount of apples. I've added brown sugar, a little bit of white sugar, cinnamon and some oat flour. It's not very much, but I think enough for the pie. I've never picked hawthorn. This is my first time. I read you can make juice out of it and marmalade. And I will attempt to make a marmalade or a jam. So I will maybe pick 1 kilo or so. And it's not far away from where we live. And I took the advantage of taking Safrush with me because he's so bored. He's so bored in our house, but he doesn't want to sit outside. We have some behavioral issues we are working with. Or another thing that he's pulling me so hard on the leash I have to almost run after him. A prisoner escaped, you know, but no one is keeping him inside the house. Yeah, there are some behavioral things that are not good, but we're trying. Some hawthorn here, and now I have to do the tricky thing of holding him because he would run on the street if he could. Yeah, he's trying. And picking the hawthorn, not an easy task. I've got a little blood on my hands because there's a lot of thorns and I have to hold the leash in one hand and trying with the other. Not an easy task. I'm going to finish up this apple pie. And when it comes to the hawthorn, I only picked a small amount. It proved very difficult with Safrush and with all the thorns. So I think I will just do like a taste test and do like a very small amount of marmalade or jam or juice. I will see and just try. And next time I will be maybe better equipped if I really like it. But apparently it's full of vitamins. It's a vitamin bomb, vitamin C, and lots of other good things for your heart, your immune system, and so on. And behind me you can see I'm boiling our own potatoes. We have some leftover chicken it's going in the oven. Grilled chicken with roasted, boiled and roasted potatoes. It looks very yummy. I had a very much needed nap. And now I'm going to devour 1 piece of my apple pie. I have hot cacao with cinnamon and water, so just cacao, plain cacao and cinnamon. And hawthorn, which proves to take ages. I've just spent 20 minutes and I have a lot of left. They have small seeds inside. I have to cut them in half to show you and take out the seeds. So lots of work. The thing is, if you're a wild forager like me, you need time. Like cutting and cleaning, all of this is going to take me 2 hours maybe. And then I need to boil it and so on. But it could be a nice activity. I have been quite busy this September, but I'm going to enjoy this afternoon here, eating my apple pie. I will put on a vlog and I'm going to clean all the hawthorn. covered it with water and you have to boil it. It's several steps when it comes to hawthorn. It's a new day and I want to finish off this hawthorn mousse or jam. I already blended it in the morning. It's actually 12 p.m. You saw me writing in my journal. A lot of things to work through and write down. And right now I'm going to add some sugar to this hawthorn and some lemon juice and boil it. We'll see what will happen. The smell, it smells very nice, and I'm reminded of nyponsoppa, hawthorn soup or dessert, a Swedish thing that I used to eat in Sweden, and you can actually see me eating in the foods I miss from Sweden. I will link it up here and down below. You cannot find it in IKEA, this hawthorn soup, but I can recognize the smell. I boiled it with sugar, lemon and a little bit of cinnamon, and apparently the best thing is if you cool it down, put it in the fridge overnight and then boil like for a few minutes again. So I will do that, but let's do a taste test. It's good. I can imagine eating it with whipped cream or yogurt. I could have it on a toast, but a lot of work for this amount. And for dinner I'm going to fry some zucchini with garlic and spices, with cumin, tomatoes. I have some buckwheat that I'm going to eat with it. I hope you enjoyed this autumnal foodie vlog with some of my thoughts thrown in here and there as well. And like, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!